Hi everyone. In this lecture we are going to learn how to add copper fills to our schematic design on the Ki-CAD. But before that we need to understand what are copper fills. So copper fills, as it is written here, refers to an area on a PCB where the original copper is not etched away and remains in place, usually electrically connected to the ground signals, producing a ground plane. So here the ground plane is basically an area on the PCB that is grounded by being connected to one or more ground paths, and these paths that are should be connected to ground can be connected to the ground plane via small traces, and these small traces are often called thermal reliefs. As you can see here in this picture, these are your copper fills. So these thermal reliefs allows for sufficient electrical connection between the pad and the copper fill, while at the same time restricting the amount of thermal energy that is dissipated from the pad to the copper fill. It is important for achieving a good soldering. If the pad was connected directly to the copper fill, then too much thermal energy would dissipate, making it hard to keep a high enough temperature in the solder. And this would result to a failed solder joint between the pad and the connected component pin. Now, in our current project, we are going to create a ground plane and cover as much of the top copper area as we can. Let's get started. To create a copper fill, start by clicking on the Add Field Zone button, which is here. So you'll click here, and after clicking on the Add Field Zone button, we'll click on the corner of the edge cuts. When you click on the corner, then you will see this copper zone properties. Now here, two important settings to make. The first is layer for the fill, and the second is a net you would like the zone to be connected to. So for the layer, since we are working with single layer, so you'll click here front copper layer, and then you need to find which net you want to connect it to. So here in the net box there are several nets listed, so we need to find which one is the ground net. And to do that, we will first click cancel over here, and now we can see that our pad 1 is connected to VCC. This is the VCC, and our pad 2 is connected to the ground. Now again, going back to our copper fill zone, clicking here and then clicking here. So we know that pad 1 is our VCC and pad 2 is ground. So we want this one to be copper filled with ground. So we will click OK now. So we had to do it again. Now we have this. Somehow this is not working, so I have to redo it. Clicking here and then this, selecting pad 2, OK, and there you go. So now we will continue around the edge of the PCB like this. And then click, and then click. Click again. So where you will continue till here. Like this, as you can see, it is all covered. Now here the red area indicates the copper is filled wherever it is possible. And if you zoom in at the ground plane, you can see the thermal reliefs. Now if you would like to have a look at your board without a copper fills showing, you can just make them invisible. So you can click on this button, and here you can see how the copper layer is basically gone except the boundary edges shown. And if you just want to see the outlines of filled areas only, then you will click on this in this button, and this will indicate wherever your copper fill area is going to be. Basically it will show the boundary of that, and as you can see here. Now again, if you want to do the electrical design rule check, you can do that. So as you can see here, there are no problems, no unconnected pins. You can close the window